Please welcome to the stage former Chief of Staff at the United States Department of Defense, Kash Patel.
Sure, we defeat the injustice in Washington, D.C. Well, let's mobilize as one. Us Silver Staters are going to deliver the West for Donald J. Trump, and we're going to deliver this election for the greatest president we have ever seen in our lifetimes. But we are up against a behemoth. Just think about it. In the 21st century of the United States of America, did you think a political party would illegally spend campaign dollars to hire a foreign intelligence asset from overseas and funnel fake, false information into the Federal Bureau of Investigation, only to have them go to a secret surveillance court, lie to a federal judge, just so that they could illegally surveil their political opponent? And as the president says, they're coming after you, he's just standing in the way. Well, I'm here to tell you it's time for us to stand with him and behind Donald J. Trump. Because if you don't think those government gangsters have quieted down, you haven't been paying attention. Just last week, what did we hear from the Department of Injustice and Merrick Garland and Chris Wray? It's Russia, Russia, Russia all over again. They've illegally surveilled hundreds of thousands of citizens. The government gangsters in Washington, D.C. have one main operational arm. That is a two-tier system of justice that they choose to weaponize and politicize because we care more about America than they do. And they fear the presidency of Donald J. Trump because during his first term, when I served under him, he was out there wiping out the corruption in Washington, D.C. And if he comes back, it's not a Republican or Democratic thing, it's a uniparty swamp monster thing. If he comes back, Donald Trump will permanently retire the swamp monster class. We are facing the biggest projection con artist of our lifetime with Harris and the radical left wing. They accuse us of every single thing they are doing. They try to imprison our great leader illegally time and time again. They raid our houses of worship. They tell us where our children can go to school and what they should learn. Well, I don't know about you, but I want our future generation to know history, math, and economics. I don't want them to know gender fluidity at the age of 10. We have the greatest leader the Coliseum has built, and Donald J. Trump is our champion. He is our juggernaut of justice. But we have to marshalize behind them because we have the truth. They don't have that. Kamala Harris does not have a single national security policy that is better than President Trump's. If she did, she would have implemented it 4 years ago instead of stealing his ideas. And when it comes to national security, whether I was serving as the Deputy Director of National Intelligence or as Chief of Staff, the mission was simple when I walked into the Oval Office. President Trump said singularly, we are going to kill the emirs of ISIS. We are going to wipe out al-Qaeda's senior leadership. We are going to end the forever wars. We are going to crush the narco-traffickers. We are going to stop the CCP fentanyl. And we are going to restore American diplomacy overseas. I said, Roger that, boss. Who wouldn't want to sign up for that? We are going to stop behind Donald Trump's brilliant leadership. I have seen more courage and conviction in this man's one finger than I have seen in 10 lifetimes in 10 countries. This man is proud to stand for America, and we will stand with him. We will stop sending money to the forever wars. We will take care of our 55,000 homeless veterans first. Our men and women on the thin blue line come first. Our teachers come first. Our first responders come first. Our children come first. Illegal immigrants do not come first in this country. There is a legal way here. And just like thousands of you, I found myself legally here in this country. My father fled a genocidal dictatorship and had the American dream for his children. That American dream is alive and well in Donald Trump's America for each and every one of your children. That American dream is not alive for Kamala Harris. She wants to rob you of that dream and seize the truth from you and establish a dynasty in Washington, D.C. that tears apart this world. Well, I want a president that goes overseas and ends the forever wars. I want a president that doesn't fund the Iranian mullahs and $7 billion of terrorism funding activities. And you don't have to gamble on Donald J. Trump. He took them on over and over again. And ask you this: who do you think the current hostages, Americans and others that are being held by the terrorists who invaded Israel and started the World War, do you think they want Kamala Harris? Or do you think they want Donald Trump, who rescued 54 hostages and detainees around the world? That is more than every president before him combined. We will not allow the government gangsters to leave us a disastrous withdrawal in Afghanistan. They desecrated our dead. Donald J. Trump had an intelligence-based plan which I led the effort to withdraw out of Afghanistan, and he said we are not setting a political timeline. Our men and women are too important. Donald Trump had 0 casualties during his withdrawal plan, which we handed off, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris lit on fire. Kamala Harris hasn't even had the decency to call the families of the 13. And do you know how those 13 brave warriors died? Harris and Biden made the political decision to let terrorists out of Bagram Air Force Base, and one of them strapped a suicide bomb to his vest and blew up our heroes. Then they had Millie and Austin come in and thump their chest and drone strike 7 children. That is not justice, that is murder. So if you are with me and if you are with the greatest president of our lifetime, then it is up to us to stand behind him. It is up to us to unify this country. We are not the separatists. We are not the racists. We are the greatest set of Americans we have ever had, and we have an unequivalent parallel leader in Donald J. Trump. So I leave you with the following. Our mission is simple: just to do exactly what our brave leader Donald J. Trump has always done, and put Americans first, and not to run this country by DEI and white rage and climate change. I am proud to be an Indian American. I am proud to call Las Vegas my home. I moved out here after our administration ended. You all have welcomed me with open arms, and I cannot thank you enough. I will fight every single day for this great state. And as President Trump said, if we win Nevada, we win the whole damn thing. I will take the fight to every state across this country for our great leader, because Donald J. Trump deserves our effort, our love, our conviction, and our desire. I am going to go on a government gangsters manhunt in Washington, D.C. for our great president. Who's coming with me?